For more than 4 decades, the A-10 Warthog has been declared outdated, too slow, and ready for retirement. Yet year after year, it remains in active service, upgraded, modernized, and repeatedly called back when real operational demands appear. That alone raises an important question. Why does an aircraft designed during the Cold War still matter in 2026? The answer lies in purpose-driven engineering. The A-10 was never built to chase speed records or dominate air shows. It was designed around a single mission: reliably supporting forces on the ground under the harshest conditions. While modern air combat has shifted towards stealth, sensors, and long-range engagement, there are still scenarios where endurance, visibility, and precision at low altitude matter more than speed. The so-called Super A-10 is not a new aircraft. It is the result of decades of upgrades that have quietly transformed a rugged platform into a digitally connected, precision-focused system, one that continues to solve problems newer aircraft were never designed to handle. The A-10's survival begins with a design philosophy that ignored trends and focused on battlefield reality. During the Cold War, U.S. planners expected massive armored assaults and dense ground fire, not clean, high-altitude engagements. The solution was not speed or elegance, but toughness, visibility, and firepower. The A-10 was designed to fly low and slow, stay over the battlefield, and absorb punishment while protecting troops below. Instead of relying on complex systems that could fail under fire, engineers prioritized redundancy and simplicity. Controls were mechanical, systems were duplicated, and vital components were spaced apart so a single hit wouldn't cripple the aircraft. The pilot was placed inside heavy armor, not for comfort, but for survival. Most importantly, the aircraft was built around its weapon, not the other way around. Every design choice, from the straight wings to the engine placement, served the mission of close support. This brutally honest approach is why the A-10 still fits realities that modern designs often avoid. The term Super A-10 does not describe a new airframe, but a fundamentally transformed capability. What changed is not the aircraft's mission, but how effectively it can execute that mission in modern combat environments. Over time, the A-10 evolved from an analog attack platform into a digitally integrated strike aircraft without losing its original strengths. The most significant changes occurred in sensors, avionics, and weapons integration. Modern targeting pods, digital moving maps, and data link systems allow pilots to see the battlefield in real time and coordinate directly with ground forces. This dramatically reduces response time and improves precision. Weapons upgrades are equally important. The A-10 can now deliver laser-guided bombs, GPS-guided munitions, and precision rockets from safer distances, reducing exposure to enemy defenses. These improvements allow it to operate effectively alongside stealth aircraft rather than compete with them. In short, the Super A-10 is not about modernization for prestige. It is about adapting a proven platform to new threats while preserving what made it valuable in the first place. At the heart of the A-10's continued relevance is a level of firepower no modern aircraft truly replaces. The GAU-8 Avenger cannon remains the defining feature, not as a symbol, but as a practical battlefield tool. Designed specifically to destroy armored vehicles, it delivers sustained, precise fire that no missile system can economically replicate. What has changed is how this firepower is employed. The modern A-10 no longer relies solely on low-altitude gun runs. Precision-guided munitions now complement the cannon, allowing pilots to strike targets accurately from safer standoff ranges. Laser-guided rockets and GPS-guided bombs give commanders flexible response options, from armored columns to small mobile threats. This combination matters because it preserves choice. When conditions allow, the gun delivers immediate, low-cost dominance. When threats increase, precision weapons extend survivability without sacrificing effectiveness. Unlike aircraft optimized for one engagement style, the A-10 adapts moment by moment. That adaptability, blending raw firepower with modern precision, is why its lethality remains unmatched in close support missions. The A-10's greatest strength has never been speed or stealth, it is survivability. From the beginning, the aircraft was engineered with the assumption that it would be hit. That philosophy still defines why it remains operational today. The titanium bathtub surrounding the cockpit protects the pilot from heavy ground fire, a feature unmatched by most modern jets. Redundancy is everywhere. Dual hydraulic systems, manual reversion flight controls, and widely spaced engines ensure the aircraft can stay airborne even after severe damage. The engines are mounted high to reduce infrared signature and avoid debris ingestion from rough forward airstrips. Fuel tanks are self-sealing and protected to prevent catastrophic fires. What makes the modern A-10 different is how these physical protections are now paired with smarter defenses. Missile warning systems, countermeasures, and improved situational awareness give pilots earlier threat detection and faster reaction time. The result is an aircraft that doesn't just survive by toughness, but by informed decision-making in the most dangerous airspace. What truly transforms the A-10 into a modern combat platform is not new armor or weapons, but information dominance. The upgraded A-10 integrates advanced sensors and digital avionics that radically improve how pilots see and understand the battlefield. Multifunction color displays replace analog gauges, presenting live targeting data, digital maps, and sensor feeds in real time. Targeting pods provide high-resolution imagery day or night, allowing pilots to identify, track, and engage threats with extreme precision. Data link systems connect the aircraft directly to ground forces, command centers, and other aircraft. Instead of relying on radio calls under fire, coordinates and threat markers appear instantly on the pilot's display. This connectivity reduces response time and dramatically lowers the risk of friendly fire incidents. The pilot is no longer isolated. He or she becomes part of a shared combat network. The result is a close air support aircraft that combines old-school toughness with modern situational awareness, ensuring the A-10 remains lethal, accurate, and trusted by troops on the ground. Survivability has always been the A-10's defining strength, and the modernized Super A-10 takes this legacy even further. While newer aircraft rely heavily on stealth, the A-10 survives by enduring damage and continuing the mission. Its titanium armored cockpit, often called the bathtub, protects the pilot from direct hits by anti-aircraft fire, even up to 23mm rounds. Redundant flight systems allow the aircraft to remain controllable even after severe damage. If hydraulics fail, the pilot can switch to manual reversion, flying the aircraft using direct mechanical controls. Engines are mounted high and spaced apart to reduce infrared visibility and prevent simultaneous damage from a single missile hit. Modern upgrades add advanced missile warning sensors, electronic countermeasures, and improved flare and chaff dispensers. Together, these systems give the A-10 a unique advantage. It doesn't need to avoid danger entirely, it is built to survive it. At first glance, the A-10 and the F-35 seem to represent opposite philosophies of air power. The F-35 is fast, stealthy, and optimized for high-threat environments, while the A-10 is slow, visible, and built for direct battlefield support. Yet this contrast is exactly why both aircraft continue to serve side by side. The F-35 excels at penetrating advanced air defenses, destroying high-value targets, and controlling airspace. However, once the airspace is contested or cleared, ground forces still need persistent close air support. This is where the A-10 becomes irreplaceable. It can loiter for long periods, visually confirm targets, and deliver precise fire at low cost. Using an expensive stealth jet for every ground engagement is inefficient. The A-10 complements the F-35 by handling missions that require endurance, toughness, and human judgment at close range, forming a balanced, layered approach to modern warfare. The future of the A-10 is often questioned, yet its continued relevance is rooted in hard operational reality rather than nostalgia. While drones, stealth fighters, and precision missiles dominate headlines, none fully replicate the A-10's unique combination of survivability, loiter time, and direct pilot-to-ground interaction. Ongoing upgrades, new wings, digital avionics, advanced targeting pods, and precision-guided munitions have extended its service life well into the 2030s. More importantly, modern conflicts increasingly involve irregular warfare, dispersed targets, and urban environments where close coordination with ground forces is essential. In such scenarios, the A-10's ability to visually identify threats and apply measured force remains unmatched. While it may not survive in heavily defended airspace alone, paired with modern sensors and high-end aircraft, the A-10 is likely to remain a specialized but critical tool, one that refuses to disappear simply because newer technology exists. The A-10 Warthog stands as a rare example of military engineering driven by battlefield reality rather than trends. Designed with one purpose, protecting troops on the ground, it has outlived multiple generations of faster, more complex aircraft. While technology has transformed warfare, the A-10 proves that effectiveness is not always about stealth or speed, but about reliability, endurance, and precision under pressure. Through continuous upgrades, the aircraft has evolved without losing its core identity. It remains a symbol of pragmatic design, easy to maintain, brutally effective, and trusted by those whose lives depend on it. As future systems emerge, the A-10's legacy offers an important lesson. When engineering is aligned with real operational needs, it can remain relevant for decades long after predictions of its retirement have faded.